I'm at TMG right now. There are two, before I start buying stuff and showing stuff off, I have to go find, I have to find the Pokemon booth. I have to find the Pokemon booth, and then I have to find Angry Video Game Nerd. I know where I know where they are. Just gotta look. This is gonna take a while, isn't it? Basically, what's going on is at the Pokemon booth, they're distributing, and I'll show you this online now. I'll show you this here now. Yeah, that's the 2011 distribution event Pokemon. I got one for my friend, and I'm getting one for myself. I see the cards, I see everything. Yeah, this is all right. I see a lot of things, and I really want them. I need to find this. I need to find this. Okay, so remember those maps that you would get in like restaurants? I don't know if they still do them, but I just asked the vendor operations, and she told me basically to go all the way to the end and follow it out. I should have did this the first time around, but you know, live and learn. Funny, I can get around Otakon, but I can't get around. I can get through Otakon and Retrocon, but I can't get through this. And they're by monster. This should be fun. Okay, so far TMG is awesome. I got Darkrai, Shaman. Right now I'm gonna go to the front of the convention. I don't know, I'm still debating. I don't know if I'll get ABGN's signature. I already have his signature on a poster, so it would just be more like, oh, I have it on a game. So I don't know. It really is kind of, I'm just gonna be a presto right now. I don't know. But right now, I have to go to the front and start from the very beginning. This has sent me all the way around the convention.
I had no idea where I was going, but there was cartridges galore, which is actually one of my favorite vendors here at TMG. But yeah, I went in there later on. Right now, they had a lot of good games in this one. I did not get the name of them, unfortunately, but they had a lot of good, like really good games. I was almost tempted to blow my entire budget on this vendor, but I needed to look around. I looked around this vendor quite a bit, actually. I'm trying to build up my GameCube RIP wallet right there and my PS2 collection. I'm also trying to build up a little bit of my SNES. I'm trying to go back to SNES and like NES and Genesis, like all the big heavy hitters right there. Now, I I was hoping that was Sonic Gems and not the regular Sonic Mega Collection.
Nothing in this vendor. I'm looking mostly for loose games. I mean, I like games. I mean, loose is fine.
So I just said screw it and decided to go to Cartridges Galore to see what they have. I figured they might have something I need for my collection, and I was right. You'll see in a moment. You'll see at the end with the haul video. I don't remember exactly what I got. Now it's very interesting to see this. Like so, I mean I've seen so many vendors as densely packed as this, but it's just so interesting to see everybody so densely packed. I mean, I'm not one to say, "Oh yeah, I'll go." Like I'm one to go in, but I should have just waited until everyone, or at least made some headway. Is what I'm trying to say, because it really got claustrophobic in there like crazy. That is cool to see the hyperscan. By the way, that is I took a picture of that. I have that on my phone. That is really cool to see. I actually had one growing up, which is kind of making me feel old because nobody I knew had that, and that's a load of garbage right there. But didn't know about the hyperscan controller either. It's really cool to see those boxes. And now I'm going over here to check, really just to check the Genesis games. I'm getting into Genesis more. And I'm really trying to see which ones I can add. Right now, I thought maybe that was the Spider-Man game I needed. It wasn't. It was the other one. That is just one of those ones that I should have picked up but didn't. Also, I should have picked up the Streets of Rage 2. I love Streets of Rage, and I don't know why I didn't pick that up. X-Men 2, of course. I I really this had a good selection. Let's just put it that way. Now we're just walking, and this caught my eye. This really caught my eye. $500. Are you crazy? I don't know if that's rare or something. I've never seen it, so I don't know if that's even a good price, but that's insane for that. Okay, this really caught my eye. Who remembers the Budokai 2 opening and the Melee opening? I mean, of course, a lot of us do, but it's just nostalgic to see it. Like, I have the game. I have Budokai 2, but I don't play it as much. It's just cool to see it on a TV because that's the TV you're supposed to play it on, is a CRT. That's what it was made for, not flat screen TVs like we have now. This booth had a lot of good games. I really wanted to come back to this booth. I don't think I did, which I feel bad because I really did want to come back to this. This was a really good booth to really shop at, but also their prices were kind of crazy. There's Pro Skater 2. I actually played that when I was younger, and I really need to add that back to my collection.
Already bought one video game. Now, I'm not trying to buy all video games. I actually want to buy some plushes as well.
There's Pokemon Box. That is so cool to see. I don't ever really aspire to own it because it's nothing but a Pokemon. It's basically Pokemon Home before Pokemon Home, but it's cool to see it. And that's a reasonable asking price. I'm not gonna. Here's another vendor. This vendor had a lot of video games. I didn't really stay there to look, but there was a lot of video games. I did rifle through some of them though, like more of the NES and you see there, and like some of the Xbox 360 ones. Here's another vendor. I didn't really stick around too long to really. I don't think I made a purchase here. I just kind of looked and glanced at the games. I liked what I saw, and there was just some games I wanted. Now I did see some of those Pokemon cards. The tops I'm zooming in there. He thought that I wanted them graded. I don't want them graded. But wait, yeah, actually, I did buy some Pokemon cards from this vendor. Now that I'm looking at it, I did actually. You'll see them in the hall. Really great guy. This vendor right here had the wall of what I call the wall of Nintendo games. He just had all these Nintendo games, just all there, just standing up there like a giant wall. I think that's cool. But it's easier to see and price and everything. That's a good idea. I think more vendors need to do this. I did. I think I got more footage. I just didn't really put it in. And here's Bam Presto figures, which is probably one of my biggest weaknesses of any convention. I love these figures. I honestly want to have a collection of these. They're so much better than Funko. They're so detailed. They're so they're just better than Funko. Like the paint application, everything. And there's such a wide variety of figures for these. I'm not going to have any self-control. I will be buying a lot of these during Otakon. And we come to the another vendor with like just a lot of awesome stuff. The obligatory water bottle. And there's Zelda manga. There's Tomb Raider figure. Actually, I wasn't recording, but I did look at the figure. It did not interest me at all. I actually have one. I should have bought that. That would have been amazing to put my N64 games in. I don't know why I didn't buy it. I should have. Those are really cool to have, and there's like NES ones and SNES ones out there. Here's a PS1. I really do want a PS1. I already have a PS2, but having a PS1 I think is also cool. I think it's better than just relying on the PS2. And 64, own that already, backwards compatible. Now there's so many cool games here. I can't fathom. All the games here are just really fun. They're really cool. I really shifted through as much as I can. I really didn't need any of them. I wasn't really looking for any of them. Okay, maybe that Mortal Kombat I could have bought. I could have bought that Mortal Kombat that I just dropped. Yeah, I could have bought that. I should have bought that. I am looking for them, but I don't know why I didn't. Anyways, now I was looking for a specific game. I'm not going to spoil it. That would spoil the video. And I was just really like, okay, well, you don't have it. Okay, going to move on. I think at this point I was pretty much tapped out. and I was just searching through vendors, searching for this one specific game, which this one clearly did not have. This booth had PC games, and not just any PC games, some rare ones that I would love to own. Now, I asked to see these up close, which he is allowing me now to look at. I have to say, I only seen these games like this. I've only seen PC games on like Metal Jesus Rocks or LGR, two of my favorite YouTubers, by the way. Just to see them up close and to actually hold them is incredible. It really is so cool to see these like this. There's Tomb Raider 1. That's so much money. I was not expecting it to be that much, but it's so cool to see. I never thought in like a million years I would actually be able to see, honestly, just such a fantastic PC port, amazing game, and just I love the box art. I think it's so weird.
This is the update. I did get a few games so far, and I'm loving it. This convention is really fun. Every year it's really fun. And
Plushies, so many Pokemon plushies. Okay, so I want vintage Pokemon plush, but I can only get so many vintage. Basically, only the first 3 generations, so Kanto, Johto, and Hoenn. Once you get to like the DS era, you're basically seeing this, like just modern, which isn't bad, but I prefer the vintage. However, I will say there were a lot of good plushies, and I was tempted to buy them. Now, right here, I was looking through Pokemon cards, and I am still going for a complete OG set, which I'm very close to completing. And going through here is like going through Narnia. It is a whole nother section of the convention that can easily be glossed over. Right now, we're just like, I'm just panning around. I'm just looking around. Really, I don't, oh, Funko vendor. I don't really know what to say right here. It's just enjoy the sights. A lot of this is Artist Alley. That I can tell you. A lot of this is definitely Artist Alley. So I didn't really get a lot of footage here. My favorite vendor right here. Look at the VHSs right there. That was very tempting to buy. I really wanted to buy that. I really did. Maze or Maze is one of the anime that is on my list. I would love to own that, but I was like, I might find it on DVD. And Outlaw Star as well. I wanted to own that too, but I can just get the DVD. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is on my list. I have the Wii version, but I want that. Anyways, I wanted Maze, but I wasn't going to get it for $50. I couldn't pay that right now, or at the time. Vintage figures everywhere. You saw the Yu-Gi-Oh! You're looking at the Sailor Moon right now. The Dragon Ball GT, that was cool to see the Gogeta right there. So many, and there's the vendor right there. Pizzazo's Plug and Play Games. There's the back. Please follow them. They are awesome. Yeah, and again, there's just so many, I want it right here. I got the I wanted so many right here. I was going to burn through my entire budget. I did not know that. If I knew that they were going to be here, I would have brought more money. Absolutely more money. Like, look at this. 120. I did ask why that was. That was because a limited print run for that tape. So it is rare. It is rare. I don't know. I haven't heard too many people speak about it. I haven't seen it in too many collections, but it is rare. I really wish I had brought a lot of money to this convention. I usually don't. I kind of just look for video games. I don't look for VHSs. This would have been perfect. I would have stacked up on a lot of VHS, and I just wish I had brought more because there was just so many here that I wanted. I wanted a good bulk of these tapes. Let's just put it that way. Let's see which way I'm going to go this time. Probably this way. This way, perhaps. Maybe that way. It was a decision. I didn't know which way I was going. I'm just walking aimlessly. At this point, this was basically the end of the con for me. I basically bought what I wanted at this point, except for that one specific game that you'll see at the end. Now, I mean, I was just roaming around at this point, seeing who I didn't see, anything really cool, such as this. There's Wii, I have one. An inbox Atari. $70 ain't bad for an inbox Atari. Not really my thing. I don't really like Atari. Wii, love Wii, and random games. Xbox, you see it. Again, with the N64 box, I think this is the same vendor. This might be the same vendor. I might have came back. I don't remember. But if not, I should have bought that for $40. That would have been really cool. What would I have done? put N64 games, but I don't have enough for that. Well, there's some plushies. I should have looked at them even more. I would have probably bought a few. Here's a lot of. I wish I got. Well, no, I did. Okay, I did. I got somewhat of that art. The art is really cool. That's really cool for some game room. I would probably buy it if I had one. I don't really have one. And here I am just looking through Nintendo 64 games again. I'm really trying to build that library. I'm not really. Yeah, I do want that, but not for $60. I really am trying to build it with just the games that I like and the ones that I played in my childhood. I don't go for complete collections unless it's manga. Then I go for it. But other for video games, I don't really see the need to do it. I just want the games that I absolutely like. And they're Spyro. I think I did buy this one exactly for that price. Here's a booth that tempted me way too much. A lot of anime stuff here, and if you've been watching the channel, you already know that anime figures is my weakness. I love Band Presto. I love the figure lines that they release, and I also love the plushies. I really am getting away from Funko here and there. Right now I'm just getting away from Funko for the most part. That was the rarest. I think that's the rarest Pokemon game. It's besides like Pokemon Box, but we don't count that as a game. That's cool to see. 5,000 is asking pretty nice deal for that. All right, so that Lunar was $100. That PS1 game. It was tempting, and I almost bought it. I really was tempted to buy it. This vendor had the game I needed and wanted, and I bought it. You'll see it in the haul. Okay. First off, I love that they had Japanese games. I was tempted. My N64 plays Japanese games and English games, so I was very much tempted to buy these, but I held off. Sitting Cuties or Pokemon Fit, which I actually prefer. These are the most accessible plushies for Pokemon, and I do have a few. I actually was amazed to see a lot of these. I wanted to buy a few. Stupid. I should have went through that more. I glanced at it. And I wish I sat there and was like, okay, let me actually go through this. And now that I'm looking at the footage, there's some anime that I probably would have bought. All right, I'm back, and we're gonna get into my haul. And in no particular order, I'm gonna basically just start from the smallest and work my way up from there. Basically, just feels right. I don't know. Smallest then biggest. First, I got one Game Boy game, and that is Duel Masters Kaijudo Showdown. I actually like Duel Masters. I used to have a deck. I actually used to have a Duel Masters deck, and I used to play it regularly. I forget what theme it was, but I did play it regularly, and I watched the anime. If you know, you know. Well, I finally got something that I can say is part of my collection. Moving on, I actually bought Pokemon cards. Right now, I am very close to a complete, not the new 151 that came out, but the base set 151 with some 2016 sprinkled in. You did see the back of one card, but I'll get to that in a moment. The cards, this narrows it down to about 4 cards that I need until I have a complete set. Starting off, Muck, Seadra, Weezing, Sandslash, and finally Slowbro. Now these are part of the original count of cards that came out in the late 90s, not the early 2000s, but like the late 90s. However, I did get another card, Mew. This is just adorable, and I wanted it, and it was like $1, so I'm like, okay. I love the holo on it. That I'm not counting towards my count. I just want that for my collection, for my personal collection, in another binder. Way back when we were like growing up and like getting Pokemon packs, my family bought me these packs because you didn't really know if it was Wizards of the Coast or if it was Topps. Well, with that being said, I grew up with the Topps cards as well as the regular TCG cards. I actually am going for a complete collection of these. And these are just more to add to the collection. That one was Diglett, and this is Golduck. I really don't see the issue with these. I actually really like them, and I like finding them out in the wild. They're really they're very nice. I like the backs. I like that they're numbered.
Not saying the originals weren't numbered, but I like that these are like just in your face, and then it just gives you a description of them. Really fun cards and fun idea that Topps had. I really wish they actually stuck around. I think they, if they made them a little better, I think the Pokemon Company, I think they would have been rival to the TCG. I have manga. I went to a game convention and I found manga. This series is only missing volume 2. And to put this into perspective, it is a 6-volume series, and I was able to get the entire 5 volumes for $20. And in order, we're gonna go, and the series is called Doubt. Vaguely know about this. So basically, average, unremarkable Mii Mayakawa navigates school life unnoticed until one day when a spiteful classmate totally humiliates her in front of everyone. Determined to jettison her embarrassing past, she overhauls her image and enrolls at a new high school where no one knows the old Ai. From the start, Ai is the target of a romantic advances and jealous gossip. Can a formerly invisible girl handle this avalanche of attention? And is Ai's erstwhile identity as a loser really as far behind as she hopes? So here's volume 1. I really don't buy too much shoujo or too much like, I don't really buy too much romance, but I absolutely wanted Doubt. Here's volume 3. It really is a classic series. It's Classic Viz. It's one of their more classic series, volume 4. So I really just wanted I really want some of these classic books, and this is, I mean, $20 for this, you can't really beat that. And finally, volume 6. Again, I'm only missing volume 2. I hope volume 2 is at Otakon, which I am going to this year, and more on that at the end of this video. Let's get to the games, which is what we all wanted. Again, no particular order, smallest to biggest, I guess. The throwback, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I don't like sports games, but Tony Hawk, if you grew up in the 90s and 2000s, Birdman was the game that you played. That was that, and the second one, Super Mario World. It's a classic. I don't have to say anything. This took me by surprise. I was hunting all over for this. This game is one of my childhood games, and I have such fond memories with this. I love this trilogy. That should be a hint. And I love the remaster, don't get me wrong, but I also prefer the original, that being the Purple Boy Spyro. Now I have all 3 games, and I'm going to play this. What's better? It's complete. It is complete. It's gorgeous. Complete. It is gorgeous. Just a little bit of, you can't really tell. But yes, it's complete, it's gorgeous, and I love it. I finally have all 3 Spyro games back in my collection, and I'm going to be playing the mess out of these games. Quick story time. Spyro 2, I actually beat Ripto on Thanksgiving. Back in, what year were you? 2000 and something? Like 1999, 2000? That Thanksgiving, I was able to beat Ripto right before Company arrived. That is a memory I'm going to hold dear to this game, and that's something that I'm always going to cherish in terms of how this game is. And then just playing through the worlds, I mean, I can go on and on, but that's one memory, and I love this game. Had to get Double Dragon. It's Double Dragon. You can't pass up Double Dragon. One of the best NES games there are. And arcade games as well. Just one of the best ones. One of my favorites, actually. Spider-Man needs no introduction, but this does. This is based off of the 90s cartoon. Yeah, they actually made a game for that, and this is the one. It's not complete, but it does look good. I will give it that. Really nice right there. And of course the back. It's one of the best Spider-Man games out there. This, if you don't count Sonic the Hedgehog, This was my first Genesis game, and I loved it, and it's always been rent free in my head. I've looked everywhere for it, and I finally have it in my collection. Fatal Fury. I love Fatal Fury. I played a little bit of it, but I love it, and I couldn't pass this up. Look at that. It has all 4 games. 4 games, right? 1, 2, special, 3. It has all 4 games in it. Technically just 3 because of special. But this is the find. This was a really good find. I can't wait to boot this up and play with friends. We're going to destroy friendships. That's for sure. Oh, right. And it's complete also. Just beautiful, beautiful. I don't really care for completion. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But in this case, I definitely wanted it. Keeping the flow of fighting games, I had to get this. I'm a huge Naruto fan. I love retro anime, I love retro manga, but I love Naruto more. Just a little bit more. And I haven't played this before. It's not complete, but I'll take what I can get. I've always wanted to play the Clash of Ninja series, and I finally am getting that chance. I'm definitely going to be playing this, and I'm also, once I complete the game, I'm going to be playing with friends and destroy friendships in the process. Finally, just like finding manga, I found anime. As you saw, all those anime tapes, I was able to find Burn Up. And check out this tape. This tape is really cool. Let's just take it out. Like, it's white. I've seen orange tapes and of course the standard black, but it's very rare that you find orange, like, not orange, white tapes. Anyways, Burn Up. This has been on my list for a while. I've always wanted to watch it. That's my haul. You just saw TMG. That's what we call Too Many Games. I had fun. I had a lot of fun. My haul is phenomenal. I love it. What's next? What's next is what I affectionately am going to call the Otakon arc. These series of videos, I believe that they're going to be 4 videos, maybe a little bit more, depending, will chronicle everything that's going on at Otakon in Washington, D.C. I'm going to actually have a collaborator. She's a friend of mine. She also watches the videos, which I'm excited. With that being said, I don't know how much I'm going to film. I'm going to film a lot. These videos are going to be long. Hence why I'm calling it affectionately the Otakon arc. Right now, I might do a preparation video of like, hey, this is how I'm getting prepared for Otakon, etc., etc. I don't know if I want that extra work. Maybe. Otakon, it's going to be crazy. I'm going to be filming a lot. So with like that being said, it's not just going to be the dealer's room or the hotel life. It's going to be getting there. It's going to be like actually going there, actually like getting Wawa, the shenanigans that happens in between the days and the nights. You will also meet my girlfriend. If she wants to be in the videos, I will put her in the videos. If she doesn't want to be in the videos, that's more than she doesn't have to be, and she won't have to be. And I'm not going to make her. With that being said, look out for the Otakon arc. It is coming, but I'm going to try to upload a video before that. Maybe going to the mall beforehand, maybe doing something in between. Again, I don't know, but I definitely know that it's going to be 4 videos, Thursday, Friday mixed. So it'll be up here on the screen. It'll be episode 1, and then episode 1 will be Thursday, Friday. Episode 2 will be all Saturday. Episode 3 will be Sunday plus the haul. That's how it is in my head right now. Is that gonna stay? Maybe. Is that gonna be the plan? Who knows? Right now, that is the plan in my head. However, it could change. But I'm affectionately calling these 4 videos the Otakon arc, as a play with the whole anime, going to an anime convention. With anime always have arcs. With that being said, and everything that you've seen, thank you for watching. Share the video. Please comment down below. And I'll see you in the Otakon arc. Have a great day.